Out of breath, Dr. Sakura, can I ask you something? We were just discussing Japanese geography in class, and I'm really confused.
Alex, what's the matter? Your face is all red. Calm down, please.
In my mind, Japan is a small country packed with people, like the rush hour in the New York subway. But I heard that Hokkaido, which makes up 22% of Japan's land area, has an abnormally low population density. What's that all about? It's like my image of Japan just crumbled.
Ah, I see. It seems your preconceived notions about Japan have been shaken up, in a good way. As you pointed out, Hokkaido is a vast island that covers about a fifth of Japan's total area. However, its population is only about 5.2 million, which is less than half of Tokyo's.
Less than half. That's a surprise. Would it be like Montana or Wyoming in the United States? What's there in place of people?
Yes, exactly. The vast land is home to untouched, abundant nature. There are several unusually large national parks, unique to Japan, as well as many virgin forests and wetlands. Historically, Hokkaido was not fully developed until the Meiji era, which is relatively late, and this has allowed nature to remain intact.
Nature, huh? So, it must be really cold in the winter? I'm not good with the cold, and my image of winter in Japan is basically hiding under a kotatsu.
Yes, the winter is indeed extremely cold. However, this harsh cold brings a miraculous gift that fascinates people around the world. That is, powder snow.
Powder snow? I've seen it in ski magazines, but is it really that special? The snow in Colorado and Utah in the US is also wonderful.
The snow in Hokkaido, especially in the inland and mountainous areas, falls under very low humidity and low temperature conditions, which makes the snow crystals less likely to bond with each other. As a result, it's so loose that it won't even stick together when you squeeze it, and it's like powdered air. The structure of the crystals formed when the snow falls also influences this. The sensation of sliding on this light snow is said to give a sense of floating that you can't quite experience elsewhere. Even from a scientific perspective, it's a phenomenon created by the overlap of very rare meteorological conditions.
I see, so it's not just any snow. The science of snow quality, huh? That's interesting. Speaking of Hokkaido, I've also heard it's a food paradise. It's famous for seafood and dairy products, but a friend told me about the Katami Onion Festival and the Dried Squid Kingdom. Honestly, I can't quite imagine festivals where onions and dried squid are the main stars in my country.
The Katami Onion Festival in Katami City is popular for its all-you-can-pack fresh onions, and it draws a passionate crowd. Also, Mori Town near Hokkaido is famous for its squid product, ikameshi, and as an expression of local love unique to a region where fishing is thriving, they proudly call themselves the Dried Squid Kingdom.
Enthusiasm for all-you-can-pack onions. That's some pretty intense local love. In the US, we have various food festivals, but it's rare to see such a specific focus on somewhat modest ingredients. So, they're really enjoying their local products, huh?
Exactly. There's pride in the ingredients grown in the region, the joy of sharing them with everyone, and the aspect of supporting the local economy. You could say there's a culture of enjoying fresh things on the spot. Onions are rich in vitamin C and are expected to have a blood-thinning effect, so they're also good for your health.
Besides food, Hokkaido also has history, right? I've done a little study on the Ainu, the indigenous people of Japan. They had a philosophy of coexisting with nature.
Yes, the Ainu people have a long history of living with the rich nature of Hokkaido. Their culture is characterized by deep respect for nature, a unique spiritual world, and beautifully adorned oral literature and crafts.
We have indigenous people in my country too, but I feel that Ainu culture in Japan has a different kind of mystique. I want to learn more about their stories and rituals.
At the National Ainu Museum, Apopoi, in Shiri Town, you can learn about their history, culture, and language. There, you can encounter the living stories that the Ainu people have passed down from their perspective. The beautiful embroidery on the traditional costumes and the ancient dance that resonates with the earth might stimulate your romantic side, Alex. Like listening to the sounds of nature, try to tune your ears to their voices.
That sounds romantic. By the way, I went to Sapporo the other day and happened to come across a university festival. The campus was incredibly lively. I felt like I saw a real side of Sapporo that wasn't in the guidebooks.
Sapporo is the central city of Hokkaido, but during the university festival season, the students' energy and creativity overflow into the city. The campus becomes the brightest it is all year for a few days, with food stalls, stage performances, and artworks planned by the students.
The students plan it themselves? The events at my university are a bit more formal. The university festivals in Japan seemed much freer and open. Even tourists were freely coming in and enjoying themselves.
Yes, in Japan, university festivals are planned and run by the students themselves and are enjoyed as festivals open to both the school and the outside world. It's like a symbol of the energy of the young people who want to liven up their schools and communities. The unpredictable liveliness can sometimes be a bit too stimulating for me, but it's definitely worth seeing their energy.
Vast nature, miraculous powder snow, local love that goes crazy for onions and dried squid, and the stories of the Ainu people. And on top of that, the vibrant university festivals full of student energy. A totally different, another Japan, than the Japan I knew, is spread out in Hokkaido.
Exactly, a place where extraordinary nature and everyday rooted culture beautifully meld together. That's Hokkaido. I'm glad to hear that your preconceived notions about Japan have been shattered in a good way.
Yes, my scrapbook's next page is probably going to be filled with film photos of Hokkaido. Dr. Sakura, what kind of Hokkaido should I go and find?
Those are the fragments you should find for yourself, Alex. On the vast land, there are infinite discoveries yet to be made. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of wonder you'll find next. But make sure to take care of your health.